Good afternoon. We are here with Wendy in our third session. Wendy has shared with me some concerns about growing older and some concerns about feeling that there are certain things that have not been accomplished in her life where she's at now. So we're going to continue our session with her. So Wendy, you mentioned before that when you turned 40, there were some feelings or some restlessness in your life as far as where you're at, where you find yourself. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, turning 40 is such a big monument for most people, and so I was really excited about it. And now that I'm 47, I think it's a little bit different now because it's sort of closer to 50. 40 was a little bit more exciting because, you know, it was just 40, but now that I'm 47, close to 50, things are a little bit less exciting in that, you know, I've been at my job for a long time now. I'm wondering if, you know, is everything that I accomplished, there's not much more I can accomplish. I mean, I guess there is a lot more that I could accomplish, but it's a different field than, say, when you're in your early 40s or even in your 30s. So I just kind of, it's not as exciting being closer to 50, and so that's what I guess I've been struggling with, wondering if there's any more in life for me.
There were two things that you mentioned, two issues that you mentioned. They were a major concern for you. One of them being your retirement. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how that affects you?
Right. Well, being a single mom, it seems like money is always in short supply, and so I wonder what, since I am getting closer to the age of 50, would like to retire, you know, in the late 50s or early 60s. It seems like there's not much time in the workforce, and it would be nice if I had, I guess maybe everybody feels this way, but I wonder if I'm going to have enough to retire on. And I don't have, you know, just, I thought that I'd have more money, I guess, and I'd have more savings, but every time I try, something always seems to happen. And right now I'm just trying to raise my daughter, and it's just really hard to think about my retirement. So, and being that I'm getting closer to age, I know it's very important for me too. So I guess that creates a little bit of anxiety and stress.
A certain urgency is what I think you're feeling. Have you done anything in particular, like maybe started a retirement plan with your bank, or maybe taking a class on finance, anything that will take you into at least the first step to getting closer to having something established for your future?
Yes, I guess maybe 2 years back, I took a class, a financial class, and really tried to stick with it for about a year, but actually I stopped doing my retirement so that I could build up a savings, and that never actually happened. So I kind of took one step forward, two steps back in that regard. So, you know, I still kind of believe in the plan. I still think it would work. It's just a matter of following through and doing it. So I guess that's a good thing. I just need to kind of get on track on it, and that does make me feel better when I am on track and I am putting myself on a plan. So it's just a matter of doing it.
That you talk about feeling better. How did you feel while you were taking the class? Did you feel that you were accomplishing your goal, or?
Well, I don't know if I was accomplishing the goal, but just knowing that I had a plan, knowing that I was learning tools, and that maybe that I wasn't alone, that other people were in the class kind of struggling along, doing the same types of things that I was doing, made me feel better, like, you know, I wasn't so far out there. And I guess I'm really not in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, taking the class definitely did help me.
Do you journal any?
Yes, I do.
How does that help you?
Yes.
To reflect where you're at as far as in this particular topic of retirement?
Yeah, journaling does help. It sort of it's more about the feelings part of it all, you know, about how I feel in my life. Not so much as the money part, but journaling does help me put like goals into action, or
Sure, gives you a perspective
yeah.
and a place to reflect on and accountability. Yes, and that's very commendable that you're already doing that. There was something else that, well, first of all, I want to commend you as well for taking an initial step towards your retirement goal. That's a good beginning, taking a class. And the other conversation that we had in the last session, you mentioned maybe certain pending accomplishments that you have not fulfilled in your life. Can you tell me a little bit about that? I think you mentioned something like you felt that you should be in a different place.
Yeah, I think I guess, well, I don't know, yeah, maybe a different place is one thing. I think I'm at a place in my job that I've been there for so long that it's harder for me to be enthusiastic and stay motivated in the same position, but knowing that since I'm sort of been there forever, then I don't see myself changing positions, and that's just kind of a thought that it's kind of a bummer to think that I don't have an opportunity to do anything different. But, you know, just trying to keep myself motivated and stay in the present moment and just do the best I can with the job that I have. And I mean, I'm okay at it. I'm pretty good at it. So that kind of keeps me going.
But you also shared with me that you were investing in yourself through your spiritual walk.
Yes, that's okay. So then there's that. That's the thing that's really been my love and my passion is my Bible studies and my small group and my volunteering at church. You know, that's really helped me look at my job more as a ministry and a mission as opposed to just, you know, the drudgery of a job. So, and then that's definitely something that's given me life, and I've enjoyed that very much.
Can you say it's life-giving?
Yes, it's life-giving. It's not life-draining.
Yes, and that's a good way to look at it. Sometimes those things that are still pending in our life can overwhelm us, but if we balance out some of the things that we're already taking action, that we have control to take action on, it balances out well. So again, I admire the fact that you're taking those steps and that you're moving towards that. I thank you for coming. And I guess we'll get together to schedule your next session.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Cindy.
Thank you, Wendy.